Before we dive into the incredible journey of one of Hollywood's most beloved figures, Dick Van Dyke, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Trust us, you don't want to miss out on more stories like this, stories that reveal the heart and soul behind the celebrities we all know and love. So, go ahead, turn on notifications, and let's get started with a story about love, family, and legacy that will leave you feeling inspired. Get ready to explore the life of Dick Van Dyke, a man who defined laughter for generations, yet found his greatest joy in being a father. When you think of Dick Van Dyke, what comes to mind? Laughter, charm, and a timeless presence in Hollywood. The world knows him as Bert, the lovable chimney sweep from Mary Poppins, or perhaps as Dr. Mark Sloan, the detective on Diagnosis, Murder. These iconic roles cemented his place in Hollywood history, and for millions, he's the definition of joy and wholesome entertainment. But beyond his on-screen career, Dick Van Dyke has always worn another title proudly: father. He's a father to 4 incredible children: Christian, Barry, Stacy, and Carrie Beth, each of whom carries forward Dick's core values and life lessons. In today's video, we'll be exploring the personal side of Dick Van Dyke's life, focusing not just on his iconic career, but on how he balanced Hollywood stardom with raising a family. We'll also take a closer look at how his children turned their father's wisdom into their own extraordinary paths. The story of Dick Van Dyke as a family man began long before Hollywood fame. It started in the quiet town of Danville, Illinois, where Dick and his future wife, Margie Willett, were born and raised. Their story was simple, yet extraordinary. In 1948, the couple exchanged vows in front of millions of listeners on the popular radio show Bride and Groom. This unique wedding wasn't just a grand public affair, it symbolized their humble beginnings and the deep connection they shared. Not long after, Dick and Margie started building their family. They welcomed their first child, Christian, in 1950, followed by Barry in 1951, Stacy in 1955, and finally, Carrie Beth in 1961. While Dick's career in entertainment was taking off, his role as a father was always central to his life. However, balancing the demands of Hollywood and fatherhood was no easy task. In the 1960s, as Dick became a household name thanks to the Dick Van Dyke Show, he found himself at the height of fame, but he never lost sight of his responsibility to his children. The 1960s were transformative for Dick. As a leading actor on the Dick Van Dyke Show, he became a symbol of laughter and joy for American family. His quick wit, sharp comedic timing, and the undeniable charm he exuded on screen made him a national treasure. But behind the scenes, he was always present for his children, ensuring they experienced as much of his world as possible. One way Dick kept his family involved was by giving all 4 of his children a chance to make their on-screen debuts in his shows. It wasn't just about creating memories, it was a playful way to integrate them into his world. As he jokingly put it, that's taking nepotism to its ultimate. It wasn't just nepotism, though it was a way for him to share his passion for entertainment with his family. Yet Dick's life wasn't without its challenges. Despite his success in Hollywood, he faced personal struggles, especially during his battle with alcoholism. Dick was candid about how his addiction affected his family, admitting that his struggles took a toll on his role as a father. But despite these difficulties, Dick was always determined to grow and learn from his mistakes. "I tried to be a good role model," he said, "but I realized I was repeating some of my own father's mistakes." Even in the face of personal battles, he remained deeply connected to his children, and the love he shared with them never wavered. Now, let's take a deeper look at the incredible children of Dick Van Dyke, how each one has carved their own path, and how they carry forward his legacy. Christian Van Dyke, the eldest of the Van Dyke children, was born in 1950. Christian made his acting debut at just 11 years old, appearing on the Dick Van Dyke Show. However, while the entertainment industry initially beckoned, Christian soon found his true calling elsewhere. After his early appearances in Hollywood, he pursued a career in law and became a deputy district attorney. Later, he worked as corporate counsel for major companies like Nike and Patagonia. Christian's life was not without heartbreak. In 1987, his 13-year-old daughter, Jessica, tragically passed away due to complications from Reye's syndrome. This loss profoundly impacted Christian, but despite the immense grief, he remained a pillar of strength for his family, continuing to support his father's decisions and standing by him through the years. Today, Christian lives in Bend, Oregon, far removed from the Hollywood spotlight. However, his bond with his father remains strong, and he continues to live by the values Dick instilled in him. Next, we turn to Barry Van Dyke, Dick's second son, born in 1951. Barry too found his way into the world of entertainment, but unlike his father, he was encouraged to wait until after high school to pursue acting seriously. Barry took his father's advice to heart, and when he finally stepped into the spotlight, he left a lasting mark. His most famous role was on Diagnosis, Murder, where he played Detective Steve Sloan alongside Dick, creating an on-screen dynamic that mirrored their real-life bond. Barry has always been open about the influence his father had on him, stating, "He's not just my father, he's my role model. Watching him work taught me so much about kindness, creativity, and staying true to yourself." Barry married his high school sweetheart, Mary Carrie, and they raised 4 children together. The acting tradition continued with Barry's kids, with some dabbling in writing and performing, even contributing to the screenplay for Don't Worry Darling. Barry continues to act and enjoy time with his growing family, often sharing stories about the values Dick instilled in him as a parent. Dick once said, "Barry is an incredible father, much better than I was." This statement is a testament to the love and growth Dick has seen in his children over the years. Now, let's meet Stacy Van Dyke, the third of Dick's children, born in 1955. Stacy grew up surrounded by creativity, showing an early passion for acting. She appeared in school plays and eventually landed roles on the new Dick Van Dyke Show and Diagnosis, Murder. However, Stacy preferred the quieter, more introspective life of theater. She found peace away from the Hollywood limelight, focusing on her craft in a more private setting. In the 1970s, Stacy married Mike Breen, a musician and performer, and the two shared a deep love for music and theater. Together, they created beautiful performances, including a 2017 release of their version of the classic carol, Away in a Manger. Today, Stacy lives a private life, but her contribution to the Van Dyke legacy is still felt by those who knew her. Finally, we come to Carrie Van Dyke, the youngest of the Van Dyke children, born in 1961. While Carrie made a brief appearance in Hollywood, her true focus was always on her family. While performing at the Windmill Dinner Theater, she met Kevin McN, an actor and musician. The two fell in love and have been married for over 40 years. Together, they raised 2 children. Though Carrie prefers to live outside the public eye, her strong connection with her father and siblings is an essential part of the Van Dyke legacy. Kevin once shared a song he wrote during their early days as a tribute to their enduring love, showcasing how deeply Carrie values her family life over fame. Dick Van Dyke's story as a father is just as impactful as his career. In 1967, he was even named Father of the Year by the National Father's Day Committee, which is a testament to the love and devotion he poured into his family. Despite the challenges he faced, especially his struggles with alcoholism, Dick was always committed to being the best father he could be. Today, as a great-grandfather, Dick continues to cherish the family he built. In a recent post, he reflected on his journey, writing, "I never realized when I was first having kids what I was starting. I'm amazed and grateful to see this big, beautiful family grow." As he approaches his 99th birthday in 2024, Dick remains surrounded by his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, proving that the greatest legacy he has left behind is the love he shares with them. The Van Dyke family story is a powerful reminder that while Hollywood may shine bright, it's the love and connection of family that leaves the lasting imprint. Dick Van Dyke has always believed in the power of family, a lesson he has passed down to each of his children, Christian, Barry, Stacy, and Carrie Beth. Their unique journeys and success stories continue to carry his legacy forward, showing that no matter how much fame a person achieves, it's the love of family that defines the ultimate legacy. Thank you for taking this journey with us into the heart of one of Hollywood's most beloved figures. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who appreciates family stories as much as we do. Dick Van Dyke's legacy reminds us that the most important things in life are the people we love and the lessons we pass down to future generations.